There's no place like home for the holidays, or HomeDepot.com for holiday decor, with great low prices on decorations inside and out, like artificial Christmas trees to light up the living room, outside lights and playful inflatables that bring joy to the neighborhood. Order online and you'll even get free delivery. Holiday decorating improved with a wide assortment of holiday decor from HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done. Free standard shipping on most online orders over $45. Some exclusions apply while supplies last.
Episode 1897 of the #1 podcast and Apple Podcasts for Job Search. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. You know, I worked as a recruiter for more than 40 years, and I filled a lot of positions. When I transitioned into coaching, I frankly felt beaten up because it is a tough profession. You may not like some of the recruiters who've reached out to you. They try hard. And even if you think they're incompetent, they try hard. They're not perfect. I certainly wasn't perfect. And I know most of you aren't perfect. Try a little kindness, okay? Now, with that speech out of the way, because I was just in that kind of mood. So, what do you do? What should you do when your job search is getting you down? That's what this show is about today, and I do hope you find it helpful. And in a couple of days, episode 1900, I've got more episodes than Joe Rogan. And with that, let's get going. I thought I would do this video because, frankly, I started to think about why people hire me to coach them. And the simple answer is they're not getting results. Most people are not proactive with hiring a coach to help them with a career transition or with a job change. They wait until they're failing, and the coach has to help them break through the failures. So let's try that again. The topic for this is, what do you do when the job search is getting you down? And I'll just simply say, most people are getting down because they're not getting results. So the question is, how do you get results? Now, I've said many times that it depends on where it's breaking down. So if you're not even getting interviews, it's because your resume stinks, your LinkedIn profile isn't attracting people to you, or you're applying for the wrong jobs that you're not qualified for, or your resume doesn't make a case that you fit. If you're failing with the screener, it could be the HR person or some other individual who's doing a basic screening, you're not indicating how your background fits the role that you applied for. If you're getting to the first real interview in person, it could be with the team or with the hiring manager, and you're not being invited back, you're not demonstrating you're fit for the role, you're not connecting with the interviewer. If you're ultimately getting to the overall manager, the real decision maker, the head of a function, for whom it's the final interview, and you're not getting the offer, it's breaking down because someone's beating you. They could be less expensive, they could be stronger, and or you're not connecting with the interviewer and making them trust you. So what do you do when the job search isn't going your way? Answer, improve. Now, how do you improve? Well, if it's the resume, you get a professional resume writer to rewrite it for you. You hire a coach who can evaluate it for you and make recommendations of changes. If you're looking for, if you're failing because you're not getting past the screener, you need to look at ways to improve your interviewing. The same thing in every other step of the process. Your interviewing is breaking down. So understand, it's all logical. The biggest and most obvious place that breaks down is in interviewing. And often the issue is most job hunters go on interviews ill-prepared to talk about what they've done. So they go out and they wing it. They haven't really reviewed their resume to anticipate logical questions an employer might ask them. They haven't learned my best question to ask on any interview, so they hear the answer to what a firm is looking for at the beginning of the interview and what the role is. They haven't learned quality answers to questions. They're just not practiced. Now, I'm going to remind you of something. The greatest athletes in the world all practice. The greatest entertainers in the world all practice. Job hunters don't practice, and they wonder why they don't get results. They make up the answers on the spot. Tell me how well a great athlete would do if that's what they did. Not particularly well, would they? And you need to rehearse. You need to practice. Ideally, working with a coach. And yes, I obviously coach. I've got an interest in persuading you to hire me as a coach, but it's true. You know, athletes all have coaches. Entertainers all have coaches to help them perform at a world-class level. Why don't you? Now, I'd love to coach you. Easiest way to connect with me is at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. If we're not connected, connect with me. Once we're connected, ask for an initial discovery call. We'll figure out whether it makes sense for us to work together. If not, my feelings aren't hurt, but I'm good at what I do. I can critique your resume and LinkedIn profile, get you ready for interviews, help you with a negotiation, a whole host of different things. There's a young man I was working with recently who wasn't getting results on his interviews. This is true. You know, hand to God. Last week, we spoke for an hour before a big interview we had. Came out of that interview, he'd spent 3 hours with the firm, really connected well with his future boss. 2 days later, he's talking to the owner and they're negotiating salary. He gets a 25% raise. You know, the week before, I'm working with someone who's far more senior. He's negotiating for a role at a university. It's a rough negotiation. I show him some tactics where he can improve his performance and get more of what he wants, understanding what they can't give him and where they have some flexibility. And we got him a great deal. I'll just simply say, I don't know your circumstances, but I'd love to help you. This is how you do it if you're down as a result of previous interview failures. It doesn't have to be this hard, difficult, painful, or take a long time. It's a different skill set to find the job than do a job. And a coach like me can help you perform at a much higher level. Love to help you. Reach out to me. Again, linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Connect with me. Message me. I'd love to help. Have a great day. Take care. That's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Go to the blog. There's a lot there to help you with your job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading, and workplace-related issues. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule yourself in for coaching. Obviously, I'm going to charge for that, but I can help you with interview preparation, leadership coaching, salary negotiation advice, making a good decision between different offers, anything related to improving yourself in the workplace, I can coach you about. If you have questions for me, you can schedule 15 minutes with me at thebiggamehunter.us/live, or a less expensive way is at thebiggamehunter.us/video answers, where you leave a message for me and I'll respond with a 3 to 5 minute video. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. I can assure you your network will expand a lot by connecting with me. And finally, watch me on TV. Download the JobSearch TV app for Fire TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, like 90 different manufacturers. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day. Be great!
Does anybody want breakfast? Guys, let's go. I'm leaving for McDonald's in 5 seconds.
Why did you start with that?
The Breakfast Stampede Meal. It's only at McDonald's, where there's a meal for every morning.
And nothing says morning like a classic sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get this all-time favorite for just $2 on the $1, $2, $3 menu. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
New home ownership can be a real eye-opener, but it's the perfect time to look into Homeowner 101 from the Home Depot. Free live streaming workshops taught by expert associates, now at homedepot.com/workshops. You'll find indoor and outdoor workshops, even home systems workshops. Plus, you'll get the know-how you need to care for your biggest investment. Master the basics at Homeowner 101, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Register now at homedepot.com/workshops.